All right, let's jump right in. So, you're a small business owner, and you've built something incredible. But have you ever stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, your next big customer isn't in your city or even in your country? Well, today we're going to walk you through, step by step, how to make that very first international sale. Does this feel familiar? You've been working so hard, but it kind of feels like you've maxed out your local market, like you've hit a ceiling on your growth. Look, that's a super common feeling, but I'm here to tell you, it is not the end of the road. In fact, it might just be the beginning of a way bigger adventure.
And here's the best part. There is a whole world of customers out there waiting for you. We're talking billions of people online, and they are hungry for unique products, just like yours. Think about it. Your handmade leather goods could end up with someone in London, or your specialty coffee could be the morning brew for a fan in Seoul. So what we're going to do here is give you the clear, simple steps to find them.
Okay, here's the game plan. We've got this broken down into 5 simple parts. We'll kick things off with the why, then we'll get straight into the practical stuff, your first steps and the tech you need. And yeah, we're definitely going to tackle those nagging worries before we wrap up with the big picture. Let's do this.
First up, why even bother with all this? Well, it's not just about making more sales, it's about building a business that's stronger, more stable, and way more resilient. You know, businesses that sell internationally actually tend to grow faster and are less likely to fail than ones that don't. That's a pretty big deal.
And what's really cool is how all these benefits just stack on top of each other. You're not just finding new customers, you're also protecting yourself from a slow month back home. Just imagine you're a small jewelry maker in Ohio. With just a few clicks, you could be testing out what sells in Germany or seeing if there's a market for you in Australia. That's the kind of power we're talking about here.
And this slide just lays it all out, right? When you're a local-only business, you're kind of stuck with whatever's happening in your local economy. But a global business, you can sell your summer dresses to people in Australia when it's freezing cold in North America. Bam! You've just basically doubled your selling season. It's all about protecting your business and building a brand that means something all over the world.
Okay, so you're on board. You're thinking, I want in. But where on earth do you start? The great news is you don't need some massive, risky investment. This is all about taking simple, smart, and totally affordable steps that you can literally start doing today.
So here's the secret. Start smart, not big. First off, just flip the switch on the international features that are probably already built into your store. Second, you don't have to become a shipping wizard overnight. Just partner with people who already are. And third, make it easy on yourself. Start with countries like Canada or the UK to nail down the process before you start worrying about translating your website for a customer in Tokyo.
Now, of course, none of this would even be possible without the right tech. But hey, don't let that word scare you off. These are just tools, and they're designed to make your life a whole lot easier by automating all the hard stuff.
Think of your e-commerce platform as your home base. Platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce have totally leveled the playing field for small businesses. They have these incredibly powerful international features just built right in. You're getting the kind of global setup that used to only be for huge corporations, all for a pretty small monthly fee. It's amazing.
So you're probably wondering, how do I get paid in euros or Australian dollars? Simple. You don't. Tools like Stripe and PayPal do all the heavy lifting for you. They automatically convert the currency, and they can even offer local payment options like Sofort in Germany. See, a customer there might not use a credit card, but they totally expect to see that Sofort option. Offering it can literally be the difference between a sale and a lost customer. And what about shipping? Oh man, the customs forms, the taxes. It sounds like a total nightmare, right? But again, technology to the rescue. Platforms like EasyShip just plug right into your store, and they handle the paperwork and calculate all those fees right at checkout. That means no more angry customers getting hit with surprise charges when the package shows up.
And finally, localization. This one is so important. It is not just about translating words from English to French. It's about making your entire store feel like it was built for them. That means showing prices in their currency, using the right clothing sizes, like showing European sizes to a customer in France, and even using images that feel culturally right. It's all about building trust by showing them, hey, I get you.
Okay, we've talked about the opportunity, and we've talked about the tools, but let's be real for a second. There are probably a few nagging worries in the back of your head. So let's drag those fears out into the open and tackle them head on.
Yeah, these are the big ones, aren't they? How in the world do you handle taxes? What do you do if someone in another country wants to return something? And maybe the biggest one, how do you convince someone halfway across the globe to trust you with their money? These are totally valid questions, and don't worry, we've got answers.
Building trust really just boils down to being transparent. Put yourself in their shoes for a minute.
Seeing an address from a different country can feel a little risky. So this checklist, this is your toolkit for making them feel safe. Show prices in their money. Be crystal clear about shipping, and, if you can, show off reviews from other customers in their country. It makes a huge difference.
Now, are you worried about exchange rates just eating up all your profits? Well, the simplest fix is to just set your prices in the local currency. This gives your customer a price they understand, and you can use the built-in tools from your payment processor to protect you from all those daily ups and downs.
And now for the big one, taxes. The key here is just to start by looking up the rules for the first 1 or 2 countries you want to sell to. But here's the really great news. Your e-commerce platform can automate most of this stuff right at checkout, taking all the guesswork out of the equation for you.
So, we've walked through the why and the how. We've looked those fears right in the eye. All of these pieces we've talked about, they're the foundation for the next amazing chapter for your business, becoming a true global brand.
You know, if you only take one thing away from all this, please let it be this. You don't need a huge budget. You don't need a giant team. Selling around the world today is all about starting small, being smart, testing different markets, and then letting the results tell you what to do next.
The tools are here, the opportunity is absolutely massive, and the path forward is clearer than it has ever been. Your next amazing customer is out there, right now, just waiting to discover what you've created. So, the only question left is, where in the world are you going to go to find them?